The holidays can be full of food and fun, but it can also be a time for overindulging in alcohol. Joining us now with the potential dangers of holiday drinking, Dr. Scott Flynn. Dr. Flynn, good morning, and thanks for being here today.
Good morning.
There has been a real shift, I feel like, over the weeks and months, years, that people are starting to really understand the dangers of drinking.
I would agree with you. There's, I think, much more awareness and understanding that alcohol, if you're going to drink, should be in limited quantities and not overindulge.
Here comes the holiday season where there's a lot of, obviously, eating, but drinking comes with it as well.
Yes, and there are some good techniques you can use to help pace yourself, as we say, or limit the alcohol intake to limit your risk of bad outcomes.
What are some of the techniques?
Well, a couple of ideas would be, one, if you're going to go out and have some beverages, think about alternating it with a non-alcoholic beverage. You know, have a mocktail or something like that, or something that's non-alcoholic in between beverages. A second way would be to have somebody like an accountability buddy, somebody you're going with, and say, hey, we're going to watch each other and pay attention, and let's not each other get into trouble with this.
I was very shocked yesterday in the meeting. We were talking about something, it was called Blackout Wednesday. And in all the years, I have never heard, I didn't even know this was a thing. What is Blackout Wednesday?
So it's a time when people will overindulge to the point of having so much alcohol they would black out. You know, blacking out is a risk of increased alcohol consumption that causes your brain to kind of dissociate and you black out. And Wednesday before Thanksgiving is known for that. People come and travel and all get together and overindulge and black out. And not a good thing.
Do we need to talk about the dangers? I feel like that in itself is putting yourself in a situation like that, but why is that dangerous?
So there's a couple of things. First thing is you risk having physical damage to you. You're not with it. Falling, tripping, something happening, falling into a moving car, etc. The second thing would probably be the psychological embarrassment you might get the next day of someone saying, oh, did you know you did this? And now in this day and age, here's the video of you doing something really not very bright. The other thing that can be really worrisome, though, is driving while drinking, driving while impaired. In this day and age, it's just amazing to think that anyone would actually do that and put themselves and other people, innocent people, at risk by driving and drinking. There are a lot of things you can do to prevent that. Have a designated driver, use a ride-lift service, get a taxi. There's no reason to drive and drink in this day and age.
I just said this to our district attorney who was here last week and saying that the numbers were actually up from people here in San Diego County who have been arrested for driving under the influence.
Yes, and it's good to hear law enforcement is out there watching, and they will be heightened in this time of year for sure, so be very careful.
When we talk about this trend shifting, and you really will think about it next time you go to grab that drink, I do as well, what are really the negative impacts of drinking alcohol and consuming that and putting that alcohol in our bodies?
Yeah, short term, there are some minor effects that may happen, may increase your blood pressure a little bit, and that. The recommendation is if you're a woman, 1 glass a day, and if for a man, 2 glasses a day. But more than that is when it's starting to be excessive. And when you start doing that, it can cause all kinds of long-term damage, especially something called cirrhosis, which is a disease of your liver. It can actually get to the point where your liver doesn't work anymore and you can die if you don't get a liver transplant. So it can be a bad actor, both short-term, sort of, long-term, very bad news. So, and again, that biggest risk is that short-term possibility of drinking and driving, and horrible things can happen.
How does the holiday season kind of kick off? Maybe 1 drink, 2 drinks, but then it turns into like binge drinking for the entire season?
Yes, there is binge drinking associated with the holiday season. Again, have that accountability buddy or alternate beverages as you're going as great techniques to try to be able to prevent that. And another thing, just the overall holiday, you have a big turkey dinner and all that, and you're just going to, oh, I'm going to go pass out on the couch. There's some decent research. My daughter Katie and son-in-law Gavin reminded me last night about this, that after dinner, if you get up and just walk for 2 to 10 minutes, it really helps with the digestion and how your body handles all the stuff that you've been eating.
Yeah. Something to think about next time you pick up that drink or 2. I like that idea about limiting it. That's my favorite. Dr. Flynn, we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yes, all things in moderation.
All things in moderation.